Okay, if you're in a band and you're staying at the Motel 6 and you add a band member and now you're at the Ritz-Carlton, keep your issues to yourself. All right? You went from a Motel 6 in a sketchy part of town to a Four Seasons in the shopping district.
Over 27 million people watched a memorable scene unfold during the WNBA All-Star Game. However, what happened at the media session afterward created a huge uproar, dividing basketball fans everywhere. Colin Cowherd, known for speaking his mind, delivered one of the toughest criticisms ever heard in sports commentary, aimed directly at Kelsey Plum from the Los Angeles Sparks. This goes beyond typical athletic disagreements. Centers on showing gratitude, recognizing contributions, and the dangerous habit of criticizing those who help you succeed. Without question, Colin Cowherd was deeply upset. On Saturday evening at Gainbridge Fieldhouse in Indianapolis, the 2025 WNBA All-Star Game should have been a joyful event highlighting the league's best athletes. Instead, it became one of the most poorly judged incidents in modern sports.
That was a very powerful moment. We didn't, at least as players, we didn't know that was going to happen. So I think it was kind of like a genuine surprise. But the T-shirt, just united front, was determined this morning that we had a meeting for. And, not to tattletale, but 0 members of Team Clark were very present for that. But no, we were just, we had a very,
that really needed to be mentioned.
I'm trying to make a situation light, okay? But yeah, no, I think it was just all of us getting on the same page for the game. We wanted to do something that was just united and collective, and I thought that it was a very powerful moment and got the point across. And sometimes you don't have to say.
While preparing for the game, players from both all-star squads came out wearing black shirts displaying a clear, direct statement: "Pay us what you owe us." The audience erupted. 27 million people saw WNBA athletes coming together to address contract talks and pay disagreements. It was coordinated, impactful, and created waves across the basketball community. However, things quickly changed direction. The media gathering after the game, Kelsey Plum, a top shooter in the league since 2017, decided to criticize Caitlin Clark publicly. She didn't do it quietly or tactfully, but with such deliberate sharpness that it angered many people.
It was a terrible PR decision. Judging by the response on social media, it was a PR disaster. All right, an absurd move right before the All-Star.
It was a very impactful moment, Plum commented, discussing the shirt demonstration. As athletes, we had no idea it would take place. Then came the cutting remark. She specifically called out Caitlin Clark's All-Star squad for missing the meeting where the shirt protest had been planned.
T-shirts don't bother me, but why do you take a shot at the Golden Goose, Caitlin Clark? You guys were flying before she arrived on one of those airlines that made you pay for a cup of water. One of those airlines that is the planes are the color of a highlight.
Take a minute to process that. The athlete who has independently transformed women's basketball from an overlooked activity into essential viewing entertainment was being openly criticized by an experienced player who should have shown thankfulness instead. On Monday morning during the herd with Colin Cowherd on Fox Sports 1, the broadcaster was prepared to confront her. "Stop talking," Cowherd insisted, his tone growing louder with each sentence. "Why are you attacking the Golden Goose?"
Mind the T-shirts. I think you have leverage. I think you deserve more than 9%. But it's just misstep after misstep. It's time to grow up, girls.
However, that was just the beginning. What came next was a harsh criticism that people will remember for a long time. You moved from a Motel 6 in a rough neighborhood to a Four Seasons in the premium shopping area. And now you're criticizing the individual who made that upgrade possible, Cowherd stated, his comparison landing with tremendous force. He had more to say. "Keep your complaints private and begin showing some gratitude for everything Caitlin Clark has done for the WNBA," he went on, his anger evident throughout the broadcast. "Grow up."
more profitable as women's basketball gets better, as the Caitlin Clark momentum train gets bigger. I mean, this year she's not playing well, she's hurt, she's not there for all the games, so this is actually not as great as...
The reason Cowherd's anger carries such weight and credibility lies in the statistics, which present undeniable facts and should make every WNBA veteran think twice before attacking Caitlin Clark. Prior to Clark entering the league, WNBA contests attracted approximately 400,000 watchers during successful broadcasts. Currently, contests with Clark's Indiana Fever regularly achieve over 1.7 million watchers, with certain games surpassing 3 million. That represents a 170% jump in television viewership compared to last year. The attendance figures reveal an even more remarkable transformation. The Fever filled their arena for 17 out of 20 home contests this season, and away games at locations that previously struggled to fill half their seats are now completely sold out whenever Indiana visits.
It went from an average walk-in price of $121 to 64 bones. $64 to get in once Caitlin Clark's injury came out that she wasn't going to play. And I'm very interested to see what those ratings...
The league has been operating at a financial deficit for 27 years, with yearly losses running between $10 to $12 million. This year marks the first time the WNBA is expected to come close to breaking even financially. And the main catalyst behind this turnaround carries one name: Caitlin Clark. What gave Cowherd's commentary such force wasn't simply his passion. It was the undeniable reality. Kelsey Plum, regardless of her abilities, has never generated the excitement for women's basketball that Clark has achieved in merely one season. This is the athlete who is truly elevating the sport's popularity. Cowherd emphasized this reality, his tone reflecting the significance of the data before posing the natural question: "And you're attacking her?"
Exactly what she was doing. She knew she was being shitty, and she was. That's what she was doing. She knows Caitlin Clark's got a ton of fans that support her, and she purposely gave her a double...
Contradiction is obvious. Plum, along with other WNBA veterans, are pushing for better pay, which makes sense, but they're targeting the single athlete who is actually creating the conditions for those improved salaries. It's comparable to griping about your portion size while insulting the individual who prepared the meal. To understand why Cowherd's support of Clark resonates so strongly, examine what she's accomplished in under 12 months as a professional. She surpassed the NCAA Division I career scoring record, regardless of gender, finishing with 3,685 total points. She brought Iowa to consecutive national championship contests, an achievement not seen since 2009. Her college contests regularly attracted larger viewership than men's March Madness games, including the final championship. Colin Cowherd showed no restraint in supporting Caitlin Clark following Kelsey Plum's public criticism, confronting the veteran for targeting the athlete who has independently revolutionized the WNBA. Clark has elevated the league from financial struggles to prosperity, increasing television viewership, filling stadiums, securing sponsorships, and generating income, all during her rookie season. Meanwhile, Plum, regardless of her skills and achievements, has never created the impact that Clark has. Cowherd portrayed Plum's statements as envy and flawed thinking, cautioning that attacking the league's star represents both poor conduct and financial foolishness. His point was simple: value the athlete powering your prosperity. Safeguard the golden goose and prevent bitterness from damaging the league. The WNBA possesses an exceptional star in Clark, and how veterans handle this situation now might decide whether she remains or moves her abilities somewhere else.